Good morning, it's 7 o'clock here in Melbourne. I am on my way down to Morrabbin to an Autodesk event down at the Kookaburra cricket manufacturer. So let's take a look. Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you mind signing
Yep,
in?
no worries, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And just straight down the corridor.
Good on
the
you,
left
Ta.
there. Thank you.
Friday.
Good morning,
Hello,
how are you?
morning, how
Good, thank you.
Good to see you, eh?
Good to see you.
They want to take the...
So that's the balancing holder.
Yeah, so you can just
All the goggles.
get up and take a bit of footage.
The team would like to thank you for being and attending this event. We all have busy times and schedules, so thank you for taking the time out. Also like to extend a big thank you to the team at Kookaburra for letting us run this event here. We really appreciate that. Have some morning tea and be able to network. So I'll leave it over to you, Richard.
Okay, well thank you so much, Marcel. I'm going to kick it off with just playing another video for you guys that's talking about the future of making things and simulation.
The future of making things presents an exciting opportunity to serve customers in ways never thought possible before. All new technologies, materials, operating environments, ecosystems, and manufacturing processes will need to be considered. An essential part of this change will be to enable companies to evaluate new ideas more quickly and flexibly than they do today, making the use of early and iterative simulation, whether from your desktop or the cloud, more crucial than ever. For this reason, as well as meeting customer demand and developing better products, our simulation products will improve molding, additive manufacturing processes, and overall product performance, resulting in increased innovation capacity and reduced warranty issues. Not only that, but by offering a proven technology with reliable and flexible offerings for designers, engineers, and analysts, Autodesk Simulation will allow you to both embrace innovation and implement design processes to differentiate, predict, validate, and optimize product performance, and ultimately deliver cost-effective products to customers faster. With Autodesk's extensive portfolio of simulation products, the future of making things is now.
Alright, so I'm here today to talk about the future of making things, and the only thing that's changing in manufacturing is everything. So whether we admit to it or whether we're ready for it or not, disruption is coming, and we can either choose to embrace this or we can choose to ignore it. And sometimes ignorance is a bliss, but I'm here to talk to you guys about this today, so thank you for the opportunity. So everyone in here, I assume, is aware of Autodesk, but who are we to tell you what disruption is? Well, at Autodesk we have over 200 million customers. For you guys that are using the technology today, thank you so much for doing so. So myself and Matthew McKnight, who's in the back there, is the technical specialist at Autodesk. We operate within the manufacturing world, so we go out and meet about 10 customers a week. So that's about 500 customer visits a year, trying to understand how Australian manufacturing is doing and what we can do to help and support that. But what some people in here may or may not know is that we're actually world leading when it comes to things like building design using Revit, leading when it comes to road and civil design, and also when it comes to the media and entertainment world. And what we're seeing is that there's a convergence of these different industries, and we're getting feedback from customers in all these industries on how things are changing. So when we go out and meet customers, traditionally we've been talking about 3 different areas about how you guys can make more money and make more profits and be more successful. It's been typically discussions about productivity, you know, how we go about designing things, how we go about manufacturing things and being more productive. And we can see every single company in Australia is talking about productivity and obviously reducing cost and increasing profits. So traditionally this is one thing that we've been talking about. So we've been talking about that. And the other buzzword at the moment, for the last few years, you hear Michael Turnbull talking about innovation and innovation agenda and innovation this and that. I'm not sure how much innovation we're seeing in Australian manufacturing. Sure, there are some. The problem with innovation is that it's typically only for a short while that you're perceived as the innovative company in the industry. If you look at Apple, they potentially were perceived as the leader within the world in innovation. Personally, I'm still an Apple fan, but you know, making the phones larger and larger doesn't really, to me, talk innovation, right? So unless there's a major change is coming, then innovation works as a short burst of perceived as a market. Another way is process, being more effective and lining up the process in manufacturing from concept to design to manufacturing and streamlining that. So traditionally, these are the different areas that we've been talking to you guys about how to be more efficient. But what we are seeing is the perfect storm and these disruptive trends that are affecting manufacturing. So at Autodesk, how do we know this and how do we know where we're going? Because we disrupted industry. So back in 1982, we went through the era of documentation. We came up with the AutoCAD software. And we effectively disrupted the way that we were designing and drawing things on a drawing board. So we've gone through the era of documentation. Currently, in the last 10 or 15 years or so, we've been in the era of optimization. We've been using things like parametric 3D modeling, and companies like Autodesk and PSTC disrupted the 2D industry, where we can see how things fit and we can produce things like 3D rendering. And that's kind of the era that a lot of us sitting in this room are at. But we're here to tell you today that the era of connection is here, and the era of connection of connected products and using things like the cloud is changing everything in the way that we go about designing and engineering things. And we have an option either to embrace this technology over the next few years, or we run the risk of being left behind. We're seeing that small manufacturers or small makers are coming together using things like cloud technology, technology that used to cost tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we have examples of small manufacturers that started in a shed, 6 people coming together and creating things like the electric lighting's motorcycle. So this type of technology, from 3D CAD to CAM and connecting products, are now accessible to anyone. You no longer need to be an enterprise company to access this type of technology. So at Autodesk, we call this the future of making things. So what are we doing at Autodesk to help you? Well, we're hearing a lot of these different challenges from our customers about, you know, how we can reduce warranty, how we can solve complex issues, how we can collaborate with our customers about in the future of making things. So we are busy building what we call the product innovation platform, because we believe that you as manufacturers in the future don't want one system for design, one system for mechanical, one system for electrical, one system for machining, one system for connecting your product. So we are building a product innovation platform where we're going from design to generative design to manufacturing through connecting your products all in an integrated platform, basically a SaaS platform where you pay for use and pay for the different areas that you. So I hope what we've gone through today about the disruption of things, gone through the simulation and the technology that we have here today, is something that, you know, if you walk away here with 1 or 2 great ideas about how you can do things slightly different, then, you know, our mission and our job with today is done. As you all know now, Autodesk software is all pay-as-you-go. So the technologies that we've just looked at that used to be very expensive, you know, $50,000 or more, are all becoming now very accessible because you can pay as you go. So where's next? We suggest that you continue to build on your investment, invest in training, consulting, speak to Redstack about the different opportunities. So perhaps you have bottlenecks in your system when you go from concept to design to manufacturing to selling. Both Autodesk and Redstack are here to help you. We're happy to come out and talk to you if we haven't done already, to do a workflow analysis. Perhaps find a project where you can partner up with Autodesk. If you have a project or a prototype that might change your industry, perhaps we can partner on this, and perhaps we can help you provide some consulting or revolutionary technology that we have in our lab to support you in the greater good for Australian manufacturing. And finally, develop a strategy how your company is going to embrace Industry 4.0, because it is coming whether we choose to or not. And this last slide is just to show, being a bit inspirational and futuristic, where in the future everything will be connected. Even us, perhaps as humans, will be connected one day. So thank you so much for listening. I do hope that it was inspirational. I'm going to hand over to Peter now. Thank you so much for coming.
I look after the R&D and engineering facility here. I've got Ross Thompson here at the back, who is our production director. I've also got my daughter up the back, who is production and HR manager. I suppose I should just start off by giving you a bit of a company overview. As you all know, Kookaburra is very well known in the world of, particularly in cricket. We're also very well known in the world of hockey. The company founder was A.G. Thompson. He was my great-grandfather. Kookaburra was one of many brands that he had, and that was inspired by his pet Kookaburra, Jackie. This is giving you an idea of the construction of the hockey ball. It just looks like a plastic blob, but in fact, we make a special centre. So the actual core is, these days, is a PU material. We did start off with cork and rubber molded centre, but it actually failed in some of the severe testing that the FIH do. So then we came up with a synthetic version of that, and then a few years back we couldn't get the material anymore to make that synthetic centre. It was an injection moulded centre, and we've gone to a PU centre, and that was first used in Brazil in the most recent regulations going out to cover cricket helmet testing. Now, our helmet at the time, I'm going to go over that. So our helmet at the time was subjected to the testing. This testing was done at Loughborough University in England, and basically it was based on a ball being fired by a cannon at a specific point at the helmet and the grille. And there are a number of different aspects that the cannon fired at. And as you can see from that one, and the lower one there, but basically they would fire straight on between the peak and the lower part of the grill. They would fire at the mouth section, and they would do the same thing from a side angle. And in most of these tests, so basically what then Ben did was he got hold of our simulation package and started dabbling around with different helmet and grill designs. So this was our previous design in the garage. So basically the helmet's pretty much the actual shells remain the same, but that was the grey bits are the front on. Just looking from different aspects. You can they're all FEA mechanical analysis. And we've got one down on the mouse section. Different angle, looking from above. And then one's
Well, it's 12 o'clock and I've just finished up today at Kookaburra Sports, and that was with the Autodesk presentation, which was being held today by Redstack. So thank you, Redstack, for putting that on. I have to honestly say it was fantastic. I had no idea the amount of work that goes into making a cricket ball or a hockey ball. Lots of labour, you know, labour intensive as well as machine intensive. All these organic materials coming together. Still old-fashioned, you know, cork, rubber, leather, you know, all this sort of thing going on. And I would have loved to have taken some more video inside the manufacturing plant, but unfortunately there was strictly a no filming policy inside the factory. I did get to take some little snippets of the balls, that sort of thing, but that was all I was really allowed to take. So thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed that today, and tune back next time. I might have something else more interesting for you. Alrighty, cheers, all the best.